I talked a lot of smack earlier this week about Dragon Ball Magic, a series where both Goku and Supreme Kai turn into kids and go on this intergalactic adventure. I really hated the idea, especially since it felt like a step backwards for the entire Dragon Ball franchise. But now we know, Dragon Ball Magic was never even a thing in the first place. Now it's Dragon Ball Daima. Daima? A series where every single primary Dragon Ball character turned into kids. And honestly, I kinda love it. My name is Josue and let's talk some Daima. I'm keeping this brief since there really isn't that much to talk about. We don't know much of anything about this series until it premieres late 2024, but what we did end up seeing, damn, it looks kinda good. I think we can all agree on the animation being god tier. The second I got to this point in the trailer where Goku spun his power pole, yeah, I was sold on it. This animation is phenomenal and we haven't seen Dragon Ball look like this aside from the movies in a while. Some moments in the Tournament of Power were exceptions definitely, but Akira Toriyama definitely seems like he's putting his 100% into this series, and it kinda shows. I don't know what it is about Super, but it feels like Toriyama was only giving half of his total energy for it. Some moments were great, yeah, and the two Super films are among some of the best Dragon Ball content we've ever really had in our lives, but while I'm not completely sold on Daima just yet, the energy it's giving me is just, it feels like it's innovating everything we know about the series and it's giving it a breath of fresh air. And what really got me is when I showed my wife the trailer. She's seen some Dragon Ball movies and she's even loved some of them like Broly and Superhero, but at the end of the day, Dragon Ball really isn't my wife's thing, and that's okay. Yet she was genuinely interested in the trailer and said she would actually watch it when it came out. And the same thing was said to me when I talked to my Panic Bros co-host, who said changing up the Dragon Ball formula is exactly what the series needed. Everyone is a kid, and that's weird and unexpected and completely reminiscent of Dragon Ball GT still to some degree, but I have a strong feeling that there's true love and care being put into this, and it can completely surprise all of us when it comes out. There's been multiple years of production being put into Dragon Ball Daima. When you compare that to how little time each episode of Dragon Ball Super initially had when it first came out, yeah, there's a difference. I haven't seen Goku even use the power pole in forever, and that was more than enough for me to get on board. Goku and the rest of the Z-Warriors lost a lot of their strength, so it feels like we're starting from the bottom again, which, for any other series would be a negative, but the power scaling in Dragon Ball has gone off the rails, so it kind of really feels good to see everyone actually kind of reset to the same playing field. And we only saw scenes of the Buu saga during this specific part of the trailer, which means this could potentially play off of that arc to some degree. Since Goku is chasing after a demon, there could be some connection there with the Demon King Dabura. Maybe this is his successor who wants revenge for what was done to Dabura, although that was, largely Majin Buu's fault anyways. Which means maybe the demon is related to Babidi since they're both magic users? This is kind of what I mean, that it's hard to talk about this since there really is not enough information. All I know is I'm actually kind of extremely hyped for this. And any way that we can officially see Master Roshi as a kid is more than enough for me. And it looks like everyone is affected. I mean, come on, were you not surprised seeing Ox King in the trailer? That's insane. Yamcha is here, Piccolo is here. It is interesting that we saw even Goten and Trunks before we got to see Gohan. I'm not sure if there must be some sort of connection there or some reasoning for that, but nonetheless, this is going to be a really interesting series, and I'm kind of intrigued to see how everyone will play a part for this series. But please, I want to know all of your thoughts and concerns in the comments. And until next time, it's been Josue, and I'll catch y'all later.